You're holding a TC, single man. Seems to be okay. It's code 4.
Thank you for joining us on the Lawndale Safety Zone. My name is Lieutenant John Hawking. On this episode, we're going to discuss social media and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. More specifically, how does the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department use social media to protect the residents of Lawndale? I am pleased to announce my guest, Deputy Tony Moore. Deputy Tony Moore, he has 16 years on the Sheriff's Department, and he currently works Sheriff Headquarters Bureau. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you, Lieutenant Hawking, for having me here today. I'm really happy to be here.
Can you tell us the responsibilities of Sheriff Headquarters Bureau?
Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau is responsible for addressing any media inquiries that we may get. So if a news reporter wants to get a story on what's occurring at maybe one of our stations or in the city of Lawndale, they'll definitely contact us and we'll provide that information for them. We are the information bureau for the Sheriff's Department. So if you see, sometimes in news stations, you'll see a deputy in uniform giving a media interview. That was more likely a deputy that's assigned to Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau. And actually, I know you and your film crew came out and I gave you a tour of Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau. I'd love to show your viewers exactly what took place that day.
Yeah, we had a great time out there getting a tour. Let's go to the video. I'm here with Deputy Tony Moore at Sheriff Headquarters Building in Monterey Park, California. Tony, what do you have in store for us today?
Well, Lieutenant Hawking, I have a great tour set up for you and your viewers today. I'm going to give you a tour of Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau and show you all the different functions that we do here at Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau. So, want to go inside and take a look?
Outstanding. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Can you tell us where we're standing now?
Yes, we're in Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau. This is particularly the Media 24 section. And as you can see here behind us, what we do here is we monitor television, we monitor the internet, we monitor news broadcasts, anything that has any significance to the Sheriff's Department, and anything that may be being said about the Sheriff's Department, we definitely monitor that. In addition to handling news requests, we also take phone calls, as you can probably hear in the background, phone calls from the public with just general information about the Sheriff's Department, whether, how to pick up property, what time stations are open, all those types of things. Sometimes those questions get funneled through Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau. So we definitely answer that. We have a number of deputies here 24/7, thus the name Media 24 is we're probably one of the only Sheriff's Departments within the United States that has a 24-hour media department that's dedicated to handling media requests for information, whether it's a homicide situation or a deputy pursuit or whatever the case may be. There's going to be media calls that come in with requests with regards to what's going on with the Sheriff's Department. So this is the unit that handles that for the Sheriff's Department.
And do you receive telephone calls from deputies from Lawndale, the City of Lawndale, making notifications to you guys for the sheriff or any executives?
Yes, we do. And, one of the things we're definitely proud in serving Lawndale is that we have an active patrol force over there who care about the public, and they do quite a bit of police activity and work with the community. And so a lot of times we will get calls in on, hey, how do I tell a citizen to get this particular information? They'll call here, and we're definitely that resource or that tool for deputies out in the field that we can assist the community members with regards to information regarding the Sheriff's Department. So we do handle things of that nature, and we are a resource and a tool for our deputies in Lawndale.
Great. Can you show us the e-com unit? That's more specifically like a social media unit, correct?
Yes, and just to give you a kind of rundown, e-com unit is electronic communications triage unit, and what that means is that we use social media, but also the internet to push out content to the public. So, for instance, the City of Lawndale, we have what we call a Nixle stream that we will send out information if they subscribe to us. Obviously, we're not pushing out information that people don't want, but if they subscribe to our service called Nixle, we will send out information to the residents of Lawndale. And then any information, whether it may be through Nixle, but also through our Facebook, through our Twitter, through our Instagram, our YouTube. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is social media savvy, and so we're on all platforms. But we use those particular tools to push out information, and that's one of the basic structures of e-com. To give you a little more explanation of what e-com does, here, as you can see in the background, we have a couple of screens here. And the first one, and this kind of works with Media 24 as well, but it's kind of a crossover that helps with e-com. But what we have up here is our what we call a real-time dashboard, and these are all the calls that are taking place within Los Angeles County. So we have our priority or emergent calls, or what some people might recognize as Code 3 responses. And then we have just our priority, where it's an incident that deputies know they've got to get there as soon as possible. And so that allows us to know exactly what's going on within the area. This does cover all of the county, but it does cover City of Lawndale as well, so we're able to see what's going on in that area. And then also, too, we do social media monitoring, social media content information, pushing out what the Sheriff's Department is doing. This panel here is just a platform that we're using to monitor all those different channels, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And what we do is we can see any tweets that were sent out on behalf of the Sheriff's Department. We can monitor what they call hashtags, and in this particular case, we're monitoring LASD, which is a hashtag. And we can see what, let's say the City of Lawndale, the South LA station, puts out a tweet. We'll be able to see it here, and we can basically amplify the message on our headquarters account, where we currently have about 23,000 followers. So we have a bigger mass following, but we're able to push that content out to the people that can get the message, and we're amplifying the message from basically the City of Lawndale and what needs to be disseminated there.
You talked about how Lawndale would come up on these screens, meaning when you refer to a Code 3 call. So that's when you see a police car driving with red lights and siren through the City of Lawndale, and it would come up on the screen so you'd be able to tell what type of call it was. Is that accurate?
Yes, and then, these are our department-specific codes that kind of tells us exactly what type of call that is. But if it's showing in red, it would show an emergent type call, and then us here, we kind of know immediately if it's going to be a situation that might, it might require information that needs to be pushed to the citizens of Lawndale. Vital information they need to know about. Maybe it could be evacuations. It could be some type of containment situation that we want to make sure the residents are safe and secured in their homes. It's definitely information that gives us that split-second advance notice that we can get the information out that we need to.
I know recently there was a party that was advertised on social media in the City of Lawndale where a family invited their closest 5,000 people from Facebook to attend this party. Was that discovered here?
One of the functions we do is we do come across, in the pushing out of content, we do come across things that we call social media parties, Facebook parties. It could be advertised on Instagram, but Facebook seems to be the most popular one. And yes, the one you're talking about did occur. It was monitored here. We did pick it up on our streams here. And one thing I want to make very clear is that we monitor social media, but we monitor open source information. There's no secret sauce or no special stuff that we do here. It's everything that if you were at home, you open up your laptop and put in the same type of search keywords that we put in, you would find the same information. So we're not doing anything secret here. Everything else is open, and you can do the same thing at home. But the one part you're mentioning, yes, did come across our stream, and that's vital to the citizens of Lawndale because you have what you call a quality of life issue. You have 5,000 people that descend on a party at a residence in the City of Lawndale. That ties up resources to respond to that party and handle that particular situation. If we can stop that from happening prior to it getting to that situation where we have to send 4 patrol cars plus a sergeant unit and an airship to go handle a party because there's 5,000 people at a residence, that takes away from everybody else's quality of life. And so we're here to kind of prevent that from happening. And it's basically just doing smart policing, reorganizing our resources and using them the best way we can for the citizens of Lawndale.
Tony, thank you very much for the informative tour. I'm sure the residents of Lawndale appreciate it, and they may not have known how many people are in the background assisting the deputies out in their community.
Well, Lieutenant Hawking, it was a pleasure having you here, and I really appreciate having you and your viewers here and giving them the tour of all the great benefits that the Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department provide to the residents of Lawndale. So it was a pleasure having you here, and thanks for visiting us.
I know when I worked at Sheriff Headquarters Bureau, the ECOM unit, they identified 11-year-old female that posted personal history information online regarding her home address, home phone number, and it's kind of ironic, but it was sent to a pop star that she wanted this famous pop star to come to her house or call her. And having that personal information online, it was such a danger to the family because you start having 5,000 people show up at your house, and the 11-year-old didn't realize that it was not safe to do so. So the first thing that we did was sent a patrol unit out to their house, contacted the 11-year-old and the family members, and basically just educated them on putting out personal information that 5,000 plus people could show up at your house. That was definitely a positive from the ECOM unit that I know the family thanked us afterwards because they didn't know that their 11-year-old daughter was putting this information out, and the 11-year-old daughter didn't know it was inappropriate to put out. Yeah. Can you expand on anything like that? Do you have any stories that basically social media helps save people, or?
Yeah, I've got a few. And one thing I do want to point out with ECOM, when I say we monitor social media and the internet, we are monitoring things that are open source. And so what I mean by open source is that it means anybody, if you open up a laptop, logged into Facebook, and you did the same type of search terms we do at ECOM unit, you would come up with the same thing. We're not doing anything secretive. It's information that's already public and out there. And the situation you mentioned, it just takes teaching the kids and having them understand that you can't put personal information out there. Statistics show that kids feel comfortable online. They'll put what high school they go to. They'll put a personal profile picture. Sometimes they even put their address in the story you mentioned. And so I think it's a great opportunity for you doing this segment. With June being Internet Safety Month, it's a great opportunity for parents to talk to their kids and to really learn, study up and just do an internet search really on ways that you can save your profile settings, how to be more secure online, and some of those things are just knowing not to put so much personal information out there online.
And we have a large neighborhood watch group in the city of Lawndale, and we've had high-tech crimes, our internet detectives, they've came out and they've spoke at these neighborhood watch meetings, basically just giving the public information about internet safety. And let me ask you this, where do you see the internet and basically social media going in the future? In the past, we've only been able to obtain information on emergencies and police activities from the media. You either see it in the newspaper, on television. Now with social media, anybody can post a story or pictures, firsthand pictures from an incident that happened. I remember in San Francisco, an airplane crashed off the runway, and I went on Twitter and I could see photographs that the passengers took while they were still on the airplane before they even left in an emergency situation. You would have never had that before. Do you think that's a positive? Do you think more people will be participating in social media as it continues? Or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, it's funny you bring that up because what people don't realize is that, this right here is a personal computer. Okay, they're walking around with a personal computer in their pocket, and just the means and the capabilities of this device to be able to put out information spontaneously to the entire world, that's engaging to people. And then it gives you kind of a sense of power as I can report on something as it's happening. So if you're in a situation, we expect you to leave first, okay? Save yourself and get away from the situation. Don't post it and stay around. But I foresee the mobile devices becoming, people moving off of desktops, still engaging in social media, but I see people being a little more mobile. And we're going to see a lot more mobile devices used, and what I like to call the Internet of Things, meaning every device being connected, whether it's your toaster, your refrigerator, your car is already connected, but in wearable type jewelry and wristwatches, we're already seeing that. So I think we're moving in that direction, and by that being everything being connected, we really, really have to be really conscious of the type of things that we're putting out there on the internet. And just personal safety.
Are there resources that parents and families can go to protect themselves while they're on social media websites?
Actually, there are. Just to mention one that I know is, I'll mention Facebook just because that's the most popular one, but Facebook has a very good privacy section within Facebook, and if you just go to the search bar at the top and you type in privacy, it would take you straight to those particular sections. In every social media platform, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, they all have the same type locations that you can go and find out how to secure yourself and what information you should or shouldn't give up on that particular platform. But more importantly, it's really about just taking your child aside and saying, show me what you're doing on your particular social media account. Show me who you're talking to. Show me who you're friends with. Just those little things, that interaction and that communication with your child is key, and it's vital to understanding exactly what's going on and what they're doing on their account. And then if you want to even go even further, sometimes just pulling up Google and just typing in, how do I protect myself online? I mean, it's literally that simple. And you'll get a list of websites and things that will come up. But sometimes it's just taking that initiative and just talking to your kids, understanding what they're doing on social media.
Great. At the end of this episode, we will put up some links for social media safety. So grab a pencil, jot them down, and then you can go on your own and do your own research. Is there anything that you would like to tell the residents of Lawndale, basically regarding safety, or any kind of last comments that you feel that the residents of Lawndale could benefit from?
I'd like to say that it's been really exciting working at ECOM. I know we are saving lives, and I have several stories of where I know our response had the potential of saving lives. We, non-scientific, we've seen about a 30% reduction in crime of parties that we've dispatched units to. There hasn't been a shooting or an assault or a rape or anything at a particular event, protest, party, whatever the case may be, that we knew about that we sent a unit to since this unit started. So we're very proud of those numbers. We know we're saving lives. We know we're saving lives in the city of Lawndale. And we're a source and we're a resource and we're a tool here for the community to use if they have questions regarding internet safety, social media safety, and things of that nature. We know that we're doing a great service to the residents of Lawndale, and I'm just excited to be here. I love my job, and I love saving lives. I love serving the community.
On behalf of the residents of Lawndale, I'd like to thank you and your unit for everything that you do for us. Thank you, Tony.
Well, it's a pleasure being here, and thanks for having me, Lieutenant Hawken.
This concludes this episode of Lawndale Safety Zone. On future episodes, we plan to have other units of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. We hope you'll join us.